When I was still in university, the first end of semester project we had to do was a documentary film about a philosophical subject. At the time, I was about half a year away from beginning to spearhead the first Infernal Studios project, Infernal Expansion. But nonetheless, I was very much invested in Minecraft, and in particular my amplified Bedrock world I'd been playing with a friend, which I thought would make the perfect backdrop to talk about existentialism. At the time that I'd begun uni, I didn't really have anything going on, and if I did, I'd left it all behind at college. But here I was in a new environment with no friends who I was familiar with. The only other people I knew from college were in a separate class from me, and though I always retained a friendliness about me, I was pretty, I never stood out very much, This was a film school, and I came from a film background. I did media when I was in college, so I was definitely one of the people with the best grasps on editing and the like, but I'd never really had that many opportunities to film anything, let alone make much. And further beyond that, I didn't really have that much of an interest in philosophy, and whatever interest I did have, I didn't know how to apply it very well. So I put my project off, and I put it off, and I got a cold. And me being the silly, naive young man I was, I didn't realize that you couldn't very easily film machinimas in Bedrock Edition due to the absence of real mods. So between all those factors, I produced a very, very subpar, very short, reflective documentary on existentialism. If you want to be precise, I guess that was the first Minecraft video I ever made, and I feel like it really reflected who I was at the time. Not very standout, kinda sloppy, and pretty underbaked. Half a year later, midway through 2020, I found a little Discord server called Infernal Divinations. It was this scrappy, messy Discord server themed around wanting to make a mod for Minecraft's Nether, updating it with new biomes and other content. It was also on the verge of shutdown, and just before the entire place was wiped from existence, I suggested that I take it on and try to turn it into something new. With a little assistance and some restructuring, I turned it into Infernal Expansion. Suddenly, I had become the leader and owner of a community project with hundreds of people invested in it. I was in a real position of leadership. And with that leadership, alongside my artistic skills, the brainstorming, sprite arting, and modelling efforts of my community, and of course the brilliant efforts by the dedicated programmers who worked on it, we produced a community-made Nether update, Infernal Expansion. And not just that, but several other mods too. Food effects, mining master, everything descriptions, and so many more. And with each new project we took on, I had to find confidence in myself, an ability to trust my own judgment. This fledgling belief in myself only expanded further when I got my first job, and I started teaching in the college I'd left years prior. After a years-long stint being given the opportunity to hone in on and refine the skills that I'd founded at that place, I was out, with nothing lined up next. And frankly, I look back and I don't really know what was going through my head. I can't really find where the idea first sprouted, but I decided to take a big risk. I'd rely on the savings I'd built up over the prior 4 years, and try and become a Minecraft YouTuber full-time. And keep in mind, at this point, the only YouTube videos I'd ever uploaded that have received even a modicum of success were just, off-the-cuff junk posts I'd made for fun. I'd made a handful of moderately successful Minecraft videos on the channel before that, advertising our mods, but they weren't really YouTube videos, They were trailers. And the only time I'd ever tried doing real YouTube videos before, they failed terribly. Hours of tedious script writing that drove my ADHD brain insane. Hours of voiceover that I could not make compelling to save my life. And Lord knows I was well familiar with the struggle that YouTubers had to go through. Copyright strikes, demonetization, the pits, But I'd just spent the prior year grinding my bones into a fine dust. And in that time I'd had plenty of opportunity to improve speaking publicly. I'd had plenty of time relearning what makes an essay compelling. And by Jove, it would give me the opportunity to flex my editing muscles once again. So with a kick in my step, I set out to writing my first video. I made my own enemy update for Minecraft. I applied every trick in the book I knew I had at my disposal. Pop-up text in the beginning to catch the viewer's attention. Decently quick cuts. Zoom-ins. Memes. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure references. And I thought the result was pretty fine. Even after going to the lengths of making a bare-bones style Blender render for the thumbnail, I thought this video was gonna get maybe 20,000 views if I was lucky, and then it would be dead in the water. I also didn't know how much money YouTube paid you per 1,000 views. I didn't know they paid you at all if the video was under 8 minutes. I also wasn't aware you had to upload free videos and get several thousand hours before you could even apply for monetization. But hey, it worked! In no time at all, the video hit 69,000 views. Nice. All of a sudden, the passion I had poured into Enemy expansion for the prior year, with no expectation that it would go anywhere at all. I didn't even think people would download the mod because it was made with mCreator, I just put it out there for the fun of it. Was being rewarded with tens of thousands of eyes upon me, thousands of likes, and hundreds of comments. If not giving input, then congratulating me on making such a good video. Even System Z commented, that's crazy. Off to a great start. My second video was a complete failure. You can give everything descriptions in Minecraft did not go anywhere. And I can completely understand why. The subject is not at all immediately captivating in the way an Enemy update might be. I struggled terribly to make a thumbnail that captured any intrigue, that alone looked good from a distance. And though I was passionate about the content in the video and feel I put it together and presented it fairly well, putting lots of effort into recording engaging B-roll, the more technical behind the scenes nature of the mod just didn't really sit with people, and so they just stopped watching it. It also didn't help that at this point I was putting so much effort into the wrong places. I spent a load of time trying to learn After Effects to make snazzy, like, animated rigs for my Neko character sprite, for an intro that lost me a third of my audience before the video had even started. That really sucked, but I wasn't deterred. I spent the next month after that making a video even more ambitious than the first one I'd made. We added ocean worlds to Minecraft. I went for a more personal approach in my intro. I spoke about my history with the ocean in media and in real life, along with discussing what led me to seeing ocean worlds produced. I definitely found myself running out of steam in the last stretch of the script though, so I padded out a little bit with discussions of how I integrated ocean worlds into Resurvival. Whilst I'm not ashamed of that part of the video, it's definitely clear that it wasn't what people came for, so there's a big dip in the retention there at the end there. My god, were people interested in it though. Another easy 80k right there. I'm pretty good at this. I didn't want to rest on my laurels at all. I kept wanting to experiment, so the next video I made after that was a ranking of every biome from Biomes Aplenty. Oh my god, this video took so long to make. Yet again, I spent so much time making this cool Sonic Adventure 2 title transition for every biome in the mod. I spent so much time writing the script and filling it with jokes. I spent so much time recording gameplay footage of every biome. My PC barely able to keep up with the strain. You can see plenty of frame skips in that video if you look hard enough. I was dealing with some pretty devastating emotional problems. I was dealing with some pretty devastating physical problems. Across the span of multiple days, we made custom art and music for one 30-second bit in the whole video because I cared that much about the production being good. It took 7 weeks all in all to make that video, but my god did it pay off! At least 1,000 views every day for the past 9 months, and it's currently sitting at over 330,000 views. That is nuts! After that, oh my god, I struggled. I made an hour 45-minute long gameplay video that nobody watched. I was so focused on whether or not I could that I didn't think about whether or not I should. I was too invested in how much I liked the idea to comprehend that no one else was really that interested in watching so much gameplay of people they weren't already invested in. It was a stinker. As a last-ditch effort, I decided to make a cut-down version of it, featuring some commentary to preface the point of the mod that I'd made the video about. And whilst that didn't gain any traction either, it was an incredibly valuable lesson into why people were watching my videos. People seem to really like it when I say things that are interesting. So, after making another biome video, trying to hone in on the issues that the first one had, I made a video that entirely focused on discussing cool ideas. Could an ice biome work in the Nether? People loved this one. The one video I make where I say I'll read all the comments and suddenly I'm getting hundreds again! But it was sick. I'd really harkened back and honed in on a lesson I'd learned from Film Booth. Think about what your audience wants. And what my audience wanted, clearly, were cool videos about ways to improve Minecraft. So, Okay, not terrible numbers, but I did put in twice the work for half of the results, so that sucks. Oh hey, the Minecraft movie trailer released. It's bad. I could do better than that. Another better half of a month and oh no! I tried like 5 different thumbnails for this video and none of them could get the CTR above 4%. Oh my god! I thought it'd be a foregone conclusion that it'd be successful. Everyone wanted to talk about that movie. Okay, fine. I guess people want me to talk about Minecraft the game. Let's do a video about how I'd update movement. Oh no! I genuinely don't know why YouTube wouldn't promote this one. It got a great CTR, the AVD's pretty decent, especially in comparison to some of my early stuff. The best thing I can figure is that people just don't like it that much. It's got the lowest like to dislike ratio by far out of any of my videos on my channel, and I mean, I guess I get it, but more than anything, I think the biggest failure of this video, because I'm very, very proud of the editing in this one, was that I think I may have framed the subject wrong, or at the very least, the core Minecraft audience aren't the people I'm appealing to of this one. Similar situation to the people who criticized that one guy for saying Minecraft progression should be more like Terraria. And then I spent nearly a month making a follow-up video out of the comments of that last one, because I thought it would be interesting. I thought, okay, easier video, low-key video, I'll do this and then I'll move on to the next. Oh my god. It's so niche and the average view duration is so low that YouTube did not promote this one at all. At this point, my teeth were chattering a little, I was biting my nails a little. I hadn't made a successful video in a while. Not a video that I as a YouTuber could call successful, you know. I wasn't making the big numbers like I had on my very first and third video. I was washed, you know? What was I gonna do? As I was in the process of writing my next video on making a hardcore enemy update, I had a realization. I was not going to learn anything by making the same thing I'd done before. With this upcoming script and style being very reminiscent of the Ender Dragon video, I needed to shake things up again. I couldn't stop experimenting just because the last couple hadn't panned out as I'd expected. So I did something I'd never done before. I made a video entirely without a script. That's right, the Phantom video did not have a script. I wrote like 3 to 5 bullet points and then I went at it, because I already knew what I wanted to say about Phantoms. I knew how much I already hated them. Even though the prior video I'd made, where I was responding to comments didn't pan out, I was like, hey, I'm gonna try it again, and I'm gonna do it slightly differently this time, and lo and behold, it resonated so much better this time. And even if the video didn't get picked up by the algorithm in the way I wanted it to, the retention on it was phenomenal. This perkier, loosier form of presentation, hey, it rings with people, it works. Okay, let's do something with this. At this point, what I was coming to realize was that videos that got a 40% AVD and a 4% CTR were gonna do alright. If I can hit those figures each time, I could keep getting a string of successful videos. So, next video. I thought long and hard about it. What do people like about my old videos? The originality, I assume, right? So, jumping at the opportunity to work on an enemy I'd wanted to for a long time, I make a video about it, it's got a snazzy title and thumbnail, and lo and behold, 5.3% click-through rate. The only thing that seemed to hold this one back was that it was too short. Damn you, YouTube. We're getting close to the one though, I can feel it. The last video that did really well that wasn't that long was just under 7 minutes long. Let's shoot for 5 minutes instead of 3 minutes this time. There it is, my most successful video yet. Over 3,000 views daily as of recording this. What If Minecraft Had Alternate Timelines is easily one of my best videos to date, and is being treated as such by YouTube. And really, I think everything about it reflects it being the best. Better use of music, tighter pacing, just the right amount of effort put into the presentation, and so much confidence in the concept that I was able to record the audio for it without even having a script. And how did I get there? I'd say there were 2 key ingredients. 1, a continual drive to keep experimenting, and 2, a continual drive to learn from my mistakes and keep improving. The audio in the first half of my first video is awful, and I recognized that, and I made sure, as I was going, to figure out new ways to make the audio better. Better ways to position the microphone in front of me. Better ways to edit the audio in Audacity. Better ways to enunciate and to deliver a script. I continually build up a library of Neko talk sprites with new different poses to keep the videos engaging while there isn't any B-roll. I'm getting better at utilizing sound effects and music to keep the video interesting. Better ways to catch the viewer's attention and to deliver a good video if they're willing to give me their time. I became a successful Minecraft YouTuber because I wanted to, and by no means am I at my peak yet. I'm gonna keep going too. I'm gonna keep trying to refine my ideas. Better thumbnails, better scripts, better jokes. When I started this shindig, I said to myself that I wanted to make YouTube videos that are worth watching. Not only is this YouTube channel a chance for me to create a career that I'm happy with, and which provides real value onto my life, it's my chance to make work that stands the test of time, and which you can find real value in too. If I can do that, I'd say I've more than made a successful Minecraft YouTube channel. My name's Neko, by the way. If you want to watch any of the videos I've talked about in this one, check out this playlist here. Thanks for watching. Hopefully, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!